The 2020 Class C Minnesota Amateur Baseball Tournament is brought to you in partnership with the Minnesota Baseball Association and presented to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 is the hub for all things sports with the Xfinity Sports Zone. And Wings Financial. We're for people like you.
Number 22, Kai Briss.
From Riverside Park in beautiful Springfield, Minnesota, good afternoon and welcome to the MBA Class C State Tournament here on PrepSpotlight.tv. My name's Eric Bramer. We have 3 games for you from this site, 6 games in total, all of them here on PrepSpotlight.tv as we whittle down the Elite 8 to the championship matchup that will take place tomorrow. In Game 1 from Springfield, it'll be the Buffalo Bulldogs against the Fairmont Martins. Fairmont, the home team, Buffalo, the visitors. Buffalo just announced on the field. We will let the public address announcer announce the Martins starting lineup.
Batting fourth, number 10, the first baseman, John Trado. Batting fifth, number 17, the left fielder, Levi Becker. Batting sixth, the pitcher DH, number 27, Tyler Tennyson. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 34, Ethan Hearn. Batting eighth, number 31, the right fielder, Adam Schmidt. And batting ninth, the catcher, number 4, Blake Cromer. And the remainder of the Fairmont Ball Club. Everyone would please stand, remove your caps, face the flag. Today, our national anthem will be played by Mr. Steven Seberg.
A wonderful rendition of the national anthem, and we are just about ready for baseball here at Riverside Park in Springfield.
We honor the people that
The Bulldogs and
were
the
in
Martins
charge to make this tournament
will
happen
face
here
the
in
winner of the
Springfield.
next game, being played at 3 o'clock. That'll be
Our
Cold
state
Spring
tournament
against
committee,
Bemidji.
they would please take the
Both of
field
these
at this
clubs
time.
earned first-round bye, so they are 2-0. Fairmont defeated Waconia 2 rounds ago, and Jordan, the defending champions, 7-5
Our state tournament
on
committee here in Springfield
Saturday at noon.
is made up of our co-chairs,
Buffalo,
Dave
with an
Lindmeyer
8-2
and
victory
Steve
over
Elgin,
Morris, advanced to
Amy
the
Byer,
round of
Matt
16.
Moriarty,
And
George Tower,
on Friday
Brandon
night
Wilhelmi,
at 7:30,
Michelle
they
Tower,
defeated Foley
Missy Mooney,
14-3
Tom Berger,
via run rule
Jordan
victory.
Randall,
That game only took 8
Nick
innings.
Seidel, Matt Vogel, and
Organizers
lots of
from the
others.
state
There's
tournament
our
being recognized on the
tournament
field.
committee. Those are the yellow shirters down there.
We will again
Our
cede the stage
co-chairs
to their
are up by
ceremonial
the
first
mound.
pitches.
Lumber and Davis are the way that most people know them. I have had people question when Steve Helgett comes up on my phone, wondering, who the heck's Steve Helgett? Oh, it's Davis. Oh. Those two guys out there, it takes a whole group of people to make this tournament happen, and we see those people over toward the third base side, but a group's got to have some people to lead it. And those two guys out by the mound, they were leaders in this whole thing. When there was some question about is New Ulm going to host, what's going on, and when the state board was here, people in this town were speaking up saying, hey, give us all the games we can take. We will take every single ball game that we can take here at Springfield. And suddenly when we became the host, then it was go time, and these people got it done, and it was incredible to be a part of that group. Just a few words about Lumber and Davis. Lumber, first of all, is the president of the Baseball Association. He managed the town team in the 90s. He's been a part of baseball here in Springfield for as long as most people can remember. Nobody puts on more miles than that guy. He, before he retired, he was a mail carrier, and you see him walking around here during every game, just everywhere. And he took a little bit of time off from baseball for his daughters, a couple of whom are next to him, to go help out more with a little bit bigger ball, the softball, and we'll forgive him, but now he's back to baseball, and he has done an incredible job. The signs and all that stuff, he's the guy that collects the money and works hard, and Davis does that as well. A little bit about Davis. He's the treasurer of the Baseball Association. He's been a part of the town team since 1983, currently the manager, and I hope I don't get him in trouble, but I think he might spend more time at the ballpark than at work. He is always here. He is always here. And every single project, I cannot think of a thing that Davis has not had his fingerprints on that's gone on here at the ballpark. Every single part of it, he has been here, and it is just incredible. And thank you guys so much. It's awesome that I get to speak about you guys, and I know you're hating every minute of it, but this is important. So, Lumber and Davis, let her buck. Let's see those wings.
Get him a uniform.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much to all the people from Springfield who made this happen. This has been an incredible experience, and I know there's more great stuff to come here this weekend. Let's play some baseball.
After the pregame ceremony, the Fairmont Martins take the field. Tyler Tennyson gets the start for the Martins. He will face a Buffalo Bulldogs lineup that begins with Ramon Vega Jr. leading off in center field. Batting second and catching is Colton Haight. Batting third and playing at second base, Jake Dusky. The cleanup hitter and right fielder is Brett Renshaw. Batting fifth at third base, Cal James. Batting sixth in left field, J.D. O'Donnell. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, Ethan Hansen. Batting eighth at first base, Kai Brisk. Batting ninth at shortstop is Noah Christensen. On the mound for the Bulldogs, not in the starting lineup, Tyler Zweibaumer. Bulldogs making their third state tournament appearance. Young squad overall. Good mix of veterans and youngsters. Again, they got here by beating Foley pretty decisively. A 14-3 8-inning victory on Friday. Before that, an 8-2 victory over Morris. All of those games have been played here in Springfield, where it is, once again, beautiful weather for baseball.
Ramon Vega Jr.
The two teams that emerge from this side in Milroy to play in tomorrow's Class C championship game might not be as lucky with the weather, but right now it is 80 degrees with a brisk breeze blowing out to right center field. Bulldogs are the visiting team, but they are wearing white pants to go with their gray tops. Fairmont, the home team, wearing gray pants and powder blue tops with digital camo sleeves. Ramon Vega Jr., the center fielder, awaits the first pitch from Tyler Tennyson. It's inside and it hits him. One pitch, one base runner for the Bulldogs, and Vega is aboard.
Batting second, the catcher, number 18, Colton Haight.
That'll bring in the catcher, Colton Haight. Vega had 2 hits in the blowout win over Foley. So too did Haight, also drove in a pair. First pitch off the inside edge, ball 1. Tennyson immediately from the stretch, working from the third base side. He delivers a strike to even up the count, a ball and a strike. Martins defensively have Becker, Waltich, and Schmidt left to right across the outfield. Schoen at third, Luke Becker at short, Hearn at second, Trato at first, and Cromer behind the plate. Runner goes, pitch is fouled off, might have been a hit and run. Vega Jr. will retreat to first with the count now 1-2. Chop foul down the first base line. Tennyson, as you can see, has a sidearm delivery. Plays his college ball at Buena Vista University in Iowa. And while he did pitch for Buena Vista, he led the team in hits and home runs in their shortened 2020 campaign. Chop foul down the third base line. Count remains 1-2. Bulldogs are managed by Corey Braun. Adam Schmidt, the manager of the Martins. Another 1-2. Hot ground ball, deep in the hole towards short, picked up by Becker, goes to second, and they get the out. Nice play by Luke Becker, moving to his right. They knew they weren't going to be able to turn a double play, so they focused on the lead runner, and they got Vega just before he slid in. One down in the first inning.
Batting third, number 1, the second baseman, Jake Dusky.
That'll bring in Jake Dusky. Dusky, the second baseman for the Bulldogs. Dusky 2 for 5 with a pair of runs batted in and a double in the win over Foley. Got a pitch up, fouled it straight back, and visibly frustrated at missing his pitch. He hopes he gets another one. 0-1 the count. Tennyson's pitch, runner goes, off-speed pitch outside, throw down to second, is not in time. High throw just a bit. Hearn, the second baseman, covering, had to leap and catch at the same time and didn't have time to drop down the tag. So it's a swipe for Colton Haight. Bulldogs have a man in scoring position. Pitch was a ball, the count is 1-1. Off the outside edge, 2-1. Pitcher-friendly dimensions here at Riverside Park. 452 to straightaway center field. Off-speed pitch, low and in. 3-1 the count with first base open. Brett Renshaw, the cleanup hitter, on deck. Tennyson's pitch, inside, and it hits him. Second hit batsman in 3 plate appearances. The Bulldogs have first and second.
Batting fourth, number 27, the right fielder, Brett Renshaw.
Brett Renshaw up next. He takes outside, ball 1. Renshaw showed why he was the cleanup hitter in the Buffalo win over Foley. 3 for 5 with 3 runs batted in, including his second home run of the tournament. Big swing and a miss. Chased down and away. The count is 1-2. Swing and a miss. Renshaw chased. Maybe trying to do too much in his first trip to the plate. That's a huge second out. The first strikeout of the game for Tennyson. It'll be left to Cal James, the third baseman.
25, Cal James.
No hits for the Bulldogs in the inning, but they're hoping to take advantage of the two-hit batsman. First pitch is a strike. James was not in the starting lineup in Friday night's game. Taking outside, the count is even 1-1. In on the hand, served into left center field. Waltich was playing shallow, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Bulldogs strand a pair in a scoreless top of the first inning, and the Martins are coming to bat after this. You're watching PrepSpotlight.tv.
For the Bulldogs.
Welcome back to Springfield in the Minnesota Class C State Amateur Baseball Tournament. We're down to the final 8. And between Springfield and Milroy, there are 6 games today that will determine the 2 finalists who will play in the championship game tomorrow. Fairmont Martins will take their turn at bat against Tyler Zweibaummer, the lefty. Originally playing for Dassel, he was drafted by the Bulldogs. Those 2 teams know each other well. They know Zweibaummer well. This time, instead of trying to face him, they get to have him on their team as they try and advance in the state tournament. Here's the lineup for the Fairmont Martins, who are managed by Adam Schmidt. Leading off at shortstop is Luke Becker. Batting second, playing in center field, Jack Waltich. Batting third and playing at third, Derek Schoen. The cleanup hitter and first baseman is John Trato. Batting fifth in left field, Levi Becker. Batting sixth, the pitcher and DH, we already saw him, Tyler Tennyson. Batting seventh and playing at second base, Ethan Hearn. Batting eighth in right field, the player manager Adam Schmidt. And batting ninth, the catcher, Blake Cromer. Tyler Zweibaummer throws from the left side. He'll give the Martins a bit of a different look.
Leading off for Fairmont, the shortstop, number 9, Luke Becker.
With both teams having played already this weekend and hoping to play a couple more games, the depth of these final 8 teams will be tested. This is where you separate the good teams from the great teams. First pitch misses, wide ball 1 to Luke Becker, the Martins shortstop. Up and away, 2-0. The Martins knocked off the defending state champion Jordan team 7-5 yesterday. That was the noon game. Upstairs 3-0. Brewers did come back late, scoring 3 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning, but it wasn't enough. Martins, with a 7-5 victory, secured the win, and there's a 4-pitch walk to the leadoff man, Luke Becker. Becker went 3 for 5 yesterday, and he's aboard here to begin things in the first.
Batting second, the center fielder, number 2, Jake Waltich.
It's Jack Waltich, the center fielder. You might hear the public address announcer say Jake, but that was a mistake on the lineup card. It is Jack Waltich. Lefty-lefty matchup. Waltich, like Becker before him, had 3 hits and 5 trips in yesterday's ball game. He also drove in a pair of runs and hit a double. First pitch misses. Nothing in the strike zone so far from Zweibaummer. Not the A move, but Zweibaummer showing Becker that he's paying attention. Slow breaking ball floats in for a strike, 1-1. Where we saw Tennyson work on the third base side of the rubber, Zweibaummer works on the first base side. There goes the runner. They got him picked off. Becker to second, and the throw goes into left field. Pop-up slide for Becker. He's trying for third, and he's in standing. They had Becker picked off, but a low throw from Brisk, the first baseman, gives him the stolen base and an extra base. But no, the umpires are ruling that he will be returned to second. There must have been a balk called, which would have meant a dead ball. Yes, that's in fact what happens. Zweibacher pointing to where he stepped with his right foot. He doesn't mind that at all, because Becker, instead of being at third base, is only at second. Play was called dead as soon as the balk was called. Becker takes second on the balk, but does not take third, and there's no error. Waltich is hit by a pitch on his right shoulder. So both starting pitchers having some trouble with their command in the early going.
Batting third, the third baseman, number 21, Derek Schoen.
Here's Derek Schoen. Schoen started at third base in yesterday's game, but also pitched. Didn't go well for him, didn't record an out, and was on the hook for 3 runs. But at the plate, he's been a force to be reckoned with as he takes outside ball 1. 2 for 4 with a double and a pair of runs batted in the win over Jordan. Zweibacher has worked himself into some trouble here. 1-0, outside corner for a strike. Breaking ball wide, and the count is 2-1. The 2-1 pitch, pounded off the plate, swinging bunt, and the only play is to first. Zweibacher just gets it there in time to retire Schoen. Score at 1-3, and both Becker and Waltich advance into scoring position. Cleanup hitter John Trato is next.
Number 10, John Trato.
Infield playing in, which tells you how important they see these early runs against a very good Martins team. Trato, another left-handed batter. First pitch upstairs, ball 1. Breaking ball, inner half for a strike. Becker at third, Waltich at second. Neither team has a hit, but both teams have threatened here in the first. Down the middle for a strike, and it's 1-2. Tennyson, in a similar situation, got a huge strikeout for the second out in the top half. And there's a strikeout of Trato. Out number 2. The infield can go back to normal depth. Reared back and blew a fastball by him. It'll be left to Levi Becker.
Fifth, the left fielder, number 17, Levi Becker.
Luke Becker, the shortstop. At third base, here's Levi, the left fielder. Slightly open stance in the right-handed batter's box. First pitch up and away. Becker went 1 for 4 in yesterday's ball game. Check swing. On appeal, he held up, and it's 2-0. Defense for the Bulldogs has O'Donnell, Vega, and Renshaw left to right across the outfield. James at third, Christensen at short, Dusky at second, and Brisk at first, with Haight catching behind the plate. The Zweibaummer pitch. Outer half for a strike, and it's 2-1. Seems like Zweibaummer's had much better success throwing the off-speed pitches where he wants than the fastball thus far. Zweibaumer's offering up and away, 3-1. First base is open. Tyler Tennyson, the pitcher and DH, is on deck. Time called at home plate. Outside corner. Becker thought it was ball 4, and he will have to retreat and pick up his bat. And he better get ready for a slightly larger strike zone here on 3-2. That got the crowd fired up. Riverside Park as full as it can be with the COVID-19 restrictions. Zweibaumer takes the sign. Payoff pitch coming to Becker. Fouled straight back. Just underneath the breaking ball. And another 3-2 is coming. Becker swings, another healthy rip, another foul. This one down the right field line and out of play. Zweibaumer set for another 3-2. And that's ball 4. Took a few more pitches, but Becker gets his walk. Martins have loaded the bases without a hit. And now Tyler Tennyson with a chance to, as the cliche goes, help his own cause.
The pitcher, Tyler Tennyson.
Tennyson listed as the pitcher and DH, so he can stay in the lineup even if he leaves the mound and is replaced by a relief pitcher. First pitch, lifted foul behind home plate, out of play. The breeze has been intermittent, but when it's come through, it's been pretty strong, blowing out to right center field. 0-1 pitch, hot ground ball to Dusky. He fields, easy throw to first. The Martins load the bases, but can't do anything with it. Neither team can convert in a scoreless first inning. On to the second here in Springfield. You're watching PrepSpotlight.tv.
Remember, no sunflower seeds here.
Scoreless game going to the second between the Fairmont Martins and the Buffalo Bulldogs in the MBA Class C state tournament.
In the concession stand building, the 3 maroon doors,
Neither team has to be too happy with their offensive output, given opportunities in the first inning. The Bulldogs stranded 2, and the Martins stranded 3. Buffalo in the second will send up 6, 7, and 8 in their order, beginning with J.D. O'Donnell.
Number 9, J.D. O'Donnell.
O'Donnell, one of only 2 players and the only starter in Friday night's win over Foley who did not have a hit. He went 0 for 6. First pitch swinging, he fouls off. There's a called strike. Music was playing a little bit longer over the public address than intended. Sounds like they've stopped it. 0-2 coming. O'Donnell sends a high fly into left center field. Wind pushes it back towards the center fielder, Waltich, who makes the two-handed catch for out number 1. Ethan Hansen, the DH, will bat next.
Number 47, the designated hitter, Ethan Hansen.
Even under normal circumstances, Hansen might have been the DH, but with the draftee rules, players from other teams can only pitch. They cannot come to the plate. Zweibaummer, a pitching-only addition to this Bulldogs team. 0-1 coming. Just outside, hit the spot, but it was wide, 1-1. Hansen 1 for 4, but he scored 4 runs on Friday night. Drew a walk, found himself on base, and his teammates got him home. 2-1, now the count. Hansen fouls it off his front leg, 2-2. You can hear the train horn in the distance. Springfield has been one of the centers of the Minnesota baseball universe now for the past 3 weeks, and it has hosted this tournament quite well. Simultaneously, we have some games going on in Milroy, and you will want to keep an eye on that if you have a vested interest in any of the games going on in Springfield today. In the other half of the bracket, it's Bluffton and St. Patrick playing right now. And at 3 p.m., it's Bird Island and Young America, with the winner of those 2 games playing at 6, just like this side of the bracket. Close pitch taken for ball 4. Hansen, a leadoff walk, a one-out walk. Tennyson goes back in the stretch.
First baseman, number 22, Kai Brisk.
Kai Brisk, the first baseman, will take the sign from the third base coach and prepare for his at-bat. Didn't see the Bulldogs play any small ball in the first inning. They did send Haight in motion. First pitch of the strike, but no bunts. Healthy lead for Hansen at first base. And he takes off, and they've got him picked on. Good jump. He slides in, and he still beats the throw. An early steal. He timed up Tennyson and broke for second before Tennyson broke from the stretch. Second steal in as many innings. This one not off the catcher Cromer, but rather entirely on Tennyson. Even a good throw from the first baseman, Treto, might not have gotten him. Now a man in scoring position. The 0-1 pitch misses inside, 1-1. Mound visit to try and get Tennyson to settle down, perhaps also to go over a new set of signs with a man at second base. Pounded foul, 1-2. Wind has shifted, at least for the moment. Now blowing left to right across the outfield. Still out rather than in. And with these pitcher-friendly dimensions, the hitters will need all the help they can get. 1-2 pitch. Hot ground ball to short. Becker moving to his left, scoops it up. Flings it across for out number 2. Hansen takes third base in the process. That'll leave it to the number 9 batter, Noah Christensen.
The shortstop, number 17, Noah Christensen.
First pitch in on the hands, popped up back of first. Foul territory, and it stays foul as Trato was just about 2 steps too short. Lucky for the Martins, the wind pushed that ball foul. Might have been headed for the chalk line otherwise. 0-1 the count. Christensen takes one. 1-1 the count. It has not been smooth sailing for Tennyson, far from it. But neither team has a hit. 2-1 now the count. Close pitch misses. There's a strike, 2-2. Two pitch, grounded to short. Another chance for Becker. On target throw. Beats Christensen by a step, and the Bulldogs strand Hansen at third base after the walk and the stolen base. 1.5 complete. No score between the Bulldogs and the Martins. You're watching PrepSpotlight.tv.
Left on base.
Welcome back to the Minnesota Class C State Amateur Baseball Tournament from Springfield, Minnesota, where after an inning and a half, it's scoreless between the Fairmont Martins and the Buffalo Bulldogs. Neither team's pitcher has been especially sharp, and that's the type of thing you expect to see a bit more as we get deeper into the tournament. Both teams ran their aces out there in the first game of the weekend, unable to do so, at least in this game. If either team makes it to the championship tomorrow, well, then that's a different story. You've got pitchers going on either 1 or 2 days of rest. They've got all off season to get that arm back to full strength. 1 ball to the leadoff man of the Martins. It's Ethan Hearn. Bottom third of the order due out for Fairmont. Hearn, Schmidt, and Cromer against Zweibaummer. Ball now a strike to the second baseman.
Second baseman, number 34, Ethan Hearn.
Breaking ball misses the outside edge. Hearn had gone 0 for 3 in yesterday's win over Jordan. Missing outside, it's 3-1. In the first, the Martins loaded the bases with a walk, a balk, a hit by pitch, and another walk, but could not convert. 3-1 lifted foul when the count runs full. Breaking ball misses outside, a leadoff free pass. Third walk issued by Zweibacher. Hearn and his speed will be at first.
Right fielder, number 31, Adam Schmidt.
Now Adam Schmidt. No stolen bases for the Martins in the first inning, but that's only because a balk was called on Zweibacher trying to pick off Becker. Play continued even though the umpires had stopped play. Becker not only slid in safely to second, but also took third on an errant throw before he was called back. 1-0 to Schmidt. The Martins player manager giving himself the start in right field. Here's a strike, 1-1. Pick-off throw to first. Hearn back in. Zweibacher to the plate. It's outside, 2-1. Bulldogs infield hoping for a ground ball hit at somebody. Pick-off throw, and in without a dive is Hearn. Just outside, 3-1. It's the type of pitch that you might get the benefit of the doubt on if you are hitting your spots. But Zweibacher has not been doing that. Schmidt swinging for the fences, gets a piece, and runs the count full. Ground ball, diving stop by Brisk. Only play is to first, and he takes it himself. If he'd stayed on his feet, he might have had a chance for a double play, but still a nice knockdown for the first baseman. If it gets through him, it might go for extra bases. Hearn advances to second on the 3 unassisted.
Number 4, Blake Cromer.
One down for Blake Cromer, the catcher. Cromer rounds out the starting 9 for the Martins. Leadoff man Luke Becker is on deck. Drops down a bunt. Picked up by the third baseman, James, and he doesn't have a play. Bunt single for Cromer. A particularly well-hit bunt in terms of its speed off the bat. That got it past the pitcher, Zweibacher, who falls off on the third base side as a left-handed pitcher. Cromer showing off his catcher speed there. Easily beating out the bunt single. Runners at the corners now. It's the first hit of the ball game for either team. Luke Becker drew a walk his first time up. Was balked to second. Got as far as third before he was stranded. First pitch up and away. Ball 1. Zweibacher's pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball down and away. Up and away. A few hard steps to second for Cromer, but then he slammed on the brakes and he retreats to first. Seen a lot of hitters' counts here in the first 2 innings. The 2-1 to Becker. Outside, 3-1. Jack Waltich on deck. in on the hands, but hit well left center field towards the gap. It will not be caught, and it's up against the wall. Hearn will score. Cromer rounding third. He comes home. Into third with a 2-run triple as Luke Becker and the Martins take a 2-0 lead. He got that fly ball up into the wind, and it carried past the outfielders for a 2-run triple.
Two-run triple brings up the center fielder, number 2, Jake Walletich.
Here's Jack Waltich, who was hit by a pitch his first time up. Bulldogs went infield in the first, and they go infield in here in the second, now trailing by a pair. First pitch, outer half for a strike. Good piece of hitting by Becker to keep the hands in and get some of the barrel on that ball. High and tight, and Waltich is hit for the second time in as many innings. Zweibaumer clearly doesn't have his best stuff today, and he receives a visit to the mound.
I apologize, Jack Walletich.
First and third again. Derek Schoen will bat.
Third baseman, number 21, Derek Schoen.
Can't see who, but we can see in the Buffalo bullpen that a lefty is getting loose already. No margin for error. It's win or go home today. And Zweibaumer has faced 11 batters and only retired 4 of them. Inning began with a walk. After that, hard ground ball, flagged by the first baseman Brisk for an out. A Cromer bunt single, the Becker 2-run triple, and the Waltich hit by pitch. Shown first pitch to second. Can they turn it? Dusky to Christensen on to first. Safe at first. Becker scores from third, and the Martins get a huge third run out of the inning. If Schoen can't beat out that fielder's choice, the run doesn't score. But he does beat the throw by a half step max.
Trado.
And with 2 down, John Trado will have a chance. Scored a 4-6 fielder's choice with an RBI, scoring Becker from third. First pitch misses just inside, ball 1. Trado was a strikeout victim his first time up. Lefty-lefty matchup. Line drive on a hop to Dusky. Plays to first, and he throws on to retire Trado and the Martins in the second. But Fairmont scores 3. The big blow, a 2-run triple from Luke Becker. And we head to the third. Fairmont leading 3-0 on PrepSpotlight.tv. On to the third inning in Springfield, Minnesota. Buffalo Bulldogs now trailing the Fairmont Martins by a score of 3-0 as we head to the top of the third. This is the Elite 8, or the equivalent, whatever you want to call it. We're down to 8 teams in Class C. 4 teams playing throughout the day here in Springfield, the other 4 playing across the way in Milroy.
Leading off the
The next game after this one here in Springfield will feature Cold Spring and Bemidji. Winner of this game will want to stick around. Well, they'll have to stick around to watch that one, because the winners of the first two games will be playing at 6 p.m. with the winner moving on to tomorrow afternoon's championship game. That'll be played 1 p.m. here in Springfield. First pitch outside corner for a strike to Ramon Vega Jr. Leadoff man for the Bulldogs, taking his second turn at bat. He was hit by a pitch to begin the ball game, was forced out at second on a fielder's choice. He takes low, 1-1. In the other half of the bracket, in Milroy, right now it's Bluffton and St. Patrick playing. And the 3 o'clock game has Bird Island taking on Young America. 1-2 now the count to Ramon Vega Jr., followed by Haight and Dusky. Tennyson's pitch misses down and in. We'll see how Tyler Tennyson handles the lead that he's been handed. Looking for his first 1-2-3 inning. He's yet to allow a hit, but has had some trouble finding the zone. 2-2 fouled off, out of play. In the first, he hit a pair of batters. In the second, he walked a man. Another 2-2. Line down the left field line, but turning foul. Banging off the side wall. This ballpark is not close to capacity, but it is at its capacity given the COVID-19 restrictions. And on the hands, popped up, foul, and headed over our heads, out of play. I believe each club was given 250 tickets to sell. So some rudimentary math will tell you there are about 500 people in the ballpark right now, plus staff and other guests. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Opening strikeout of Vega. Second punch out for Tennyson, and out number 1 in the third.
Number 18, the catcher, Colton Haight.
Colton Haight will bat next. He reached on a fielder's choice in the first, stole second, and was stranded there. Bunt fouled behind home plate. Missing outside, the count is even, 1-1. Tennyson delivers to the plate. Nice block by the catcher, Cromer, but of course with nobody on, makes a little difference, 2-1. At the knees for a strike, 2-2. Haight doesn't like it. He thought it was beneath the knees. And you can hear the crowd also expressing their disapproval. Two popped up into shallow right field. Wind pushing it out to Schmidt. And he's underneath it for the second out. That'll leave it to Jake Dusky.
Second baseman, number 1, Jake Dusky.
Dusky was hit by a pitch his first time up. We've already got a couple games worth of hit batsmen in this game. Jack Waltich has been hit a couple times. Here's a fly into left. In, now back is Levi Becker to make the catch. And there is the first 1-2-3 inning for Tennyson. He handles the lead well, and we go to the bottom of the third inning. Fairmont leading 3-0 over Buffalo. You're watching PrepSpotlight.tv.
3 up and 3 down. Association is extremely proud of how everyone
Fans
is
being
working
reminded
hard
of
to
the
keep people
COVID-19
safe, keep our
safety
ballparks
restrictions
open so that we can all
being
continue
placed on
playing,
all public
watching, and
gatherings.
enjoying baseball.
Really
We
is
thank
quite
you
an
for your
achievement
help and support.
that we have been able to play uninterrupted town ball throughout the summer, even though it was a late start to the season. Talking with several coaches in preparation for the tournament, everyone seemed pretty clear-headed about everything, but expressed their frustrations of getting players together. Of course, many players simply didn't feel safe enough to participate. Given the interruptions to the economy, all these players have day jobs, and that has also interfered with the scheduling, trying to find availability under these very different circumstances. We thank you for joining us, and if you would otherwise be here but can't be watching this game in person because you have a pre-existing condition or don't feel comfortable in a group right now, we want to thank you for joining us. It's a service that we provide under normal circumstances, but feels especially important this summer. First pitch is a swinging strike to Levi Becker, who drew a walk his first time up. Martins pushed 3 across in the second inning, hoping to do more here in the third against Tyler Zweibaummer. There's a ground ball through the hole on the left side. Leadoff single for Becker. Martins are back to work. Now Tyler Tennyson, who grounded to second his first time up.
Tyler Tennyson.
Tennyson 3 hitless innings on the mound. When he grounded out his first time up, it ended the first and left the bases full. So in a way, Buffalo lucky that it's only a 3-0 game. Here's a chopper up the third base line, foul, 0-2. Off the end of the bat. Good 2-strike swing from Tennyson, protecting the plate. Zweibaumer's pitch. Breaking ball, hit into center. In now back is Vega. As he dances with the wind, he makes the catch for the first out. That'll bring in Ethan Hearn.
Second baseman, number 34, Ethan Hearn.
Hearn walked to lead off the second, came in to score on the Becker 2-run triple. First pitch is a strike. Becker stays put, and perhaps an unintentional pitch out there. Fastball up and away, pops Haight out of the crouch. Zweibaumer staring down Becker. And the pitch to the plate. Breaking ball gets a swing and a miss. Hearn was out in front. Zweibaumer's pitch, runner goes, grounder to short. And in sending the runner, they stay out of the double play. Hearn is retired at first for out number 2. Becker might have had that base stolen.
Brings up the right fielder, number 31,
If Hearn
Adam
hadn't swung.
Schmidt.
Here's Adam Schmidt, the player manager, who's 0 for 1 with a ground out to first. It was well hit. Nice play by the first baseman, Brisk, moving to his right to knock it down. Base hit to the outfield should score Becker, who runs well. First pitch popped up and out of play behind home plate. Outfield shading a bit towards left center for the right-handed hitting Schmidt. 0-1. Bounced in the dirt. Nice stop by Haight. Zweibaumers pitch. Ground ball left side. Fielded by James, the third baseman. And he throws across the diamond to retire Schmidt and the Martins in the third. Big 0 for Zweibaumer after the 3-run second. We head to the fourth. Martins still lead at 3-0. You're watching Prep Spotlight on TV.
No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and
It's a 3-0 lead for the Fairmont Martins over the Buffalo Bulldogs as we head to the top of the fourth inning in the Minnesota Class C State Amateur Baseball Tournament in Springfield, Minnesota. My name is Eric Kramer. Thanks for joining us today. We've got a full day of baseball as we whittle down from 8 to 2 over the course of 2 locations this afternoon into the evening. Brett Renshaw, the cleanup hitter for the Bulldogs, will lead things off. Buffalo still looking for their first hit. They have had a few base runners. First pitch hacked foul by the right-handed hitting right fielder. 4, 5, and 6, Renshaw, James, and O'Donnell for the Bulldogs against Tyler Tennyson, who has retired 5 straight. Low and away, the count is even 1-1. There's a strike, 1-2. Tennyson was described to me as having a rubber arm, so if he can continue to pitch effectively, no reason not to expect him to go deep into the ballgame, perhaps even complete it. They'll take as much length as they can get, with designs on playing 2 more games after this one. Pounded off the plate, high in the air, Tennyson fields, throws immediately, and gets Renshaw by a step for out number 1. Nice play by Tennyson, and a strong throw on to first. That'll bring in Cal James.
Number 25, Cal James.
James flied out to center his first time up. A lefty in a righty-heavy Bulldog starting 9. He's hit by a pitch. That is the 3rd hit batsman for Tennyson. And a base runner for the Bulldogs. J.D. O'Donnell due up next.
Left fielder, number 9, J.D. O'Donnell.
I wonder if, given Tennyson's delivery, he might be more prone to missing east and west than north and south. First pitch, inside corner for a strike. The 0-1, letter high but wide, and the count is even. James a modest lead at first, but even at that, he was checked. Trailing 3-0, you wouldn't think the Bulldogs would be risking any outs on the base paths. But they need to figure something out. Still no hits against Tennyson. In on the hands. Fouled off. 1-2. Tennyson with a check at first. And the 1-2. Missing outside. James took a few hard steps, but stayed at first. Two, ripped in the air to left field. That's down for a base hit. Fooled Becker a bit. Big turnaround second for James. He holds there. It's the first hit of the ball game for the Bulldogs, and suddenly they bring the tying run to the plate. Ethan Hansen, the DH, to bat next.
Brings up the designated hitter, number 47, Ethan Hansen.
It appeared that Becker expected that to carry more than it did. Fell harmlessly in front of him about 10 feet. First pitch hacked foul and out of play. The wind, which you might be able to hear, is picking up. Makes things even more difficult in the outfield. Called strike, and it's 0-2. Tennyson has fanned a pair. Got a big one with 2 men on and 1 down in the first. Hoping to replicate that here in the fourth. The 0-2. Chopped foul. You can see when we pan out wide the football bleachers in left field. That explains the unique dimensions of this ballpark. Taking off towards third, now back to second. They got James. James tried to break for third before Tennyson broke his stretch. And it was perfectly executed by Tennyson. He was told to step off. He did. And he delivered an on-target throw to second for a huge second out. That's a pickoff, 2 down now. Low and away, 1-2 now the count to Hansen. It's exactly the type of out on the base paths you don't want to see trailing by 3 runs. Foul behind home plate. Side 2-2. Chopper up the middle. To his left is Becker, and the shortstop takes it to the base himself for out number 3. Well, the Bulldogs threaten, but make an out on the base paths, and they do not score. 3.5 complete in Springfield. A Martins 3-0 lead on PrepSpotlight.tv. It's a 3-0 Martins lead over the Bulldogs. Fairmont leading Buffalo as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning at Riverside Park in Springfield, Minnesota. Either starting pitcher has had ideal command of the strike zone, but so far Tyler Tennyson has outpitched Tyler Zweibacher. Tennyson, 1 hit allowed. A big pickoff at second base, helping him escape some trouble in the top half of the inning. It'll be 9-1-2 for the Martins against Zweibacher in the 4th. Blake Cromer, the catcher, singled and scored his first time up. Came all the way around from first base on the Luke Becker 2-run triple. First pitch fouled off. Zweibacher's next. Got him out in front of a breaking ball, 0-2. Up and away, 1-2 the count. And on the hands, little humpback liner, and it's too tall for Dusky. Into shallow right center field. Cromer aboard with a leadoff single. It's the fourth hit of the game for the Martins.
Number 9, Luke Becker.
And now Luke Becker, who has one of those 4 hits, the only extra base hit. A 2-run triple to deep left center field his last time up. First pitch up and away, ball 1. Off the bat, it appeared that the Becker triple was off the barrel, perhaps in on the trademark a bit. But with the wind blowing sharply out to right center field, it tailed away from the left fielder O'Donnell, eventually banging off the wall on a bounce. In many other ballparks, it'd likely be a home run. Now 2-0 to the dangerous Martins leadoff man. Ground ball to short. Christensen to Dusky. On to first. A double play. 6-4-3 erases the leadoff single. 2 down in the 4th inning.
Now batting the center fielder, number 2, Jack Waltich.
Jack Waltich, who has been hit by pitches in both of his trips to the plate, will stand in with the bases empty and 2 down. First pitch breaking ball, misses up and in. Nasty pitch down and away. Gets a 3/4 swing from Waltich, 1-1 the count. Beyond the Waltich hit batsman, it seems like Zweibaummer, when he's missed, has missed to the arm side. It just happens that in a righty-heavy lineup, the left-handed batter's box has been empty for most of the afternoon. Waltich tied in knots, a swinging strike 2. It's 1-2 now. Zweibaummer with 1 strikeout on the afternoon. Inside, Waltich almost dropped his elbow down to get hit by the 3rd pitch of the game, but it missed him, and the count is 2-2. Zweibaummer from the wide. The pitch, called strike 3, knee-high down the middle. After the leadoff single, Zweibaummer faces just 3 men in a scoreless 4th inning. On to the 5th in Springfield. The Martins lead it 3-0 on PrepSpotlight.tv.
No errors and nobody left on base. Stuff, but holy moly,
on to the 5th inning. Fairmont Martins with a 3-0 lead over the Buffalo Bulldogs in the Elite 8 of the Class C State Amateur Baseball Tournament in Springfield, Minnesota.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you haven't done so already, make sure
all
that
the Martins' damage came in the 2nd inning.
And it
the big blow, a 2-run triple from Luke Becker came home to score
as well
on a double play grounder that was just beat out by Derek Schoen. Instead of 3 outs and a 2-run inning, the fielder's choice made it 2 outs and a 3-run inning. Buffalo Bulldogs got their first hit in the 4th inning. They've had plenty of base runners all afternoon against Tyler Tennyson, but have not been able to string anything together. 8, 9, and 1 due up for Buffalo. Brisk, Christensen, and Vega.
First baseman, number 22, Kai Brisk.
Brisk a grounder to short his first time up. Tennyson delivery misses inside. Ball one. Ground ball, chopped foul up the third base side. As we said at the outset, this Bulldogs team generally pretty young. Average age between 22 and 23, but everyone played or is playing at the collegiate level. So they're no stranger to important games, high-level play. 2-2 now the count to Brisk. Low and away to the backstop. Full count. Bulldogs have had the leadoff man once. That was the hit batsman to begin the ball game. They've gotten at least one man into scoring position in 3 of the 4 innings, but so far have nothing to show for it. There's another chopper foul. Bulldogs had been warming somebody in the pen when Zweibaummer was really struggling in the second. Don't see any action right now. 3-2, up the middle. To his left is Becker. He had to hurry, and he hurried himself too much. Bobbling the ball. Brisk will reach. Whether it's a hit or an error remains to be seen. Becker had to make the play on the run, and it does go as an error.
Noah Christensen.
Doesn't really matter much to the Bulldogs as long as they have a base runner. Here's Noah Christensen batting at the bottom of the lineup. Looks like we've got a pinch runner yet to be announced. And no one announced over the public address. As soon as we can identify a number, we'll let you know who that is. First pitch to Christensen, popped up foul and out of play. Under the concourse down the first base line. Looks like Wyatt Brings. Speedy outfielder, if that is indeed number 7, which I believe it is. With the re-entry rule, we probably haven't seen the last of Brisk. Ground ball up the middle, to his right. Hearn to Becker, on to first, a double play. 4-6-3, the leadoff error is accounted for and erased on a twin killing off the bat of Christensen. Nice play by Hearn. Whether it was intentional or not, Tennyson allowing that ball to get by him.
Center fielder
allowed his middle infield to turn it.
Vega Jr.
Never know what happens if Tennyson tries to field it and it glances off his glove or kicks somewhere else. So the base is empty now with 2 down. Top of the order for Ramon Vega Jr. Big swing and a miss. Vega has not put the ball in play. He was hit by a pitch in the first to begin the ball game, then struck out swinging in the third. Check swing, comebacker to the mound, kicked off the glove of Tennyson, bobbles, recovers, throws to first, safe. That's exactly what I was talking about regarding the double play. Tennyson frustrated as he throws his glove down, but that one at least was a chopper. I think he would have had the best play on it.
Brings up the catcher, number 18,
even after the initial bobble, if he recovers and is able to compose himself, he probably has time to throw on to first. As it is, it's the second error of the inning. The frame will continue for the Bulldogs, and here's Colton Haight. Haight 0 for 2. Fielder's choice in the first. Stole second before he was stranded, and in the third he flied out to right. Vega runs well, and he takes off on the first pitch. It's cracked in the air down the right field line, twisting towards the foul line, and it lands fair. Vega held up at second, rounding third. He'll get the wave home. Here comes the throw to the middle of the infield. It's an RBI triple for Colton Haight, and the Bulldogs are on the board. They take advantage of the two-out error. Haight sends it down the line to the opposite field, and it's a two-run ball game.
Triple brings up number 1, the second baseman, Jake Dusky.
Vega ended up scoring, but he got caught up around second base, either deked out or slipped. His speed was able to overcome that as he scored from first on the triple from Haight. Here's Jake Dusky, 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch and a fly to left. Low and away, and the count is even 1-1. That's an unearned run, as will any future runs allowed by Tennyson in this inning, but considering he was the one who made the error, it's a little consolation. Roller to second. Scooped up by Hearn, throw low to first, but Trado digs it out for out number 3. Bulldogs get an unearned run on a two-out rally. Colton Haight's RBI triple brings it to a two-run game as we hit the halfway point in this 9-inning contest. 3-1, Martins on top on PrepSpotlight.tv.
1 run on...
A run on a hit and 2 errors for the Buffalo Bulldogs in the top of the 5th inning. They get on the board, and it's now a 3-1 ball game.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th.
The Fairmont Martins haven't scored since the second inning.
Derek Schoen.
Tyler Zweibaummer has gotten into a bit of a rhythm. He allowed leadoff singles in each of the 3rd and 4th, but got a double play in the 4th, and has had much better command since his early game struggles. Part of the order due up. Derek Schoen, the third-place hitter, chops it through the hole to left. A first-pitch single. Schoen, who drove in a run with a fielder's choice in the 2nd, is aboard to begin the 5th. That'll bring in John Trado.
Brings up number 10, the first baseman, John Trado.
5th hit of the game for the Martins. Trado is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a grounder to second. Lefty-lefty matchup. Either of the lefties in the Martins starting order have hits today, though Waltich has been hit by a pair of pitches. First pitch, a ball. Inside 2-0. Based on Schoen's frame at first, wouldn't expect him to be taking off, but the Martins have been active on the bases. No stolen bases. There's a delayed steal. Taking off for second is Schoen, and he's in. Timed his departure for the throw back from the catcher Haight, and Schoen, with some trickery, swipes second, puts himself in scoring position. 2-1 now the count to Trado. High drive, deep down the right field line, towards the corner, Renshaw, he leaps, and it's gone! Over the wall, a 2-run homer for John Trado. The Martins get their run back and add one as well. It's now 5-1. Just over the wall in right field. Renshaw back, had a play on it, but just ran out of room. And with that, Zweibaummer departs the ball game. 4+ innings for the draftee from Dassel. He departs trailing 5-1. We'll take a break and be back after this on PrepSpotlight.tv.
He's running for a base hit. Morris now backs up. Arnold serves one into left, and that's a base hit. And Chanhassen takes the lead right back. 0-1 to Halleck. Back and off the foot of the pitcher. It bounces towards left field. Kolpak coming home. The throw to the plate, not in time. The game is tied at 5. The 1-2 pitch. Base hit right field. That'll do it. Matt Oy comes up and pokes one through the drawn-in infield. And the Moorhead Brewers win it 6-5 in 10 innings. As White kicks and fires this one. Driven to center field. Back is Rucker. Does he do it again? Yes, he does! 3 home runs for Duffner! And it's 10-3 Gold Spring. Unbelievable!
Runs scored here today. Here's the 2-2. Strike 3. Another one gone. McCoy Rodney goes down on strikes, and there's 2 away now. Call to the bullpen for the Buffalo Bulldogs, now trailing 5-1. And they swap out one lefty for another. It's John Weber coming in for Tyler Zweibaummer. Zweibaummer done after 4+. He allowed 5 runs, all earned on 6 hits. 3 walks and 2 strikeouts for the southpaw. The bulk of the damage done on the only 2 extra base hits he allowed. A 2-run triple in the second and the 2-run homer to the last batter he faced, John Trado. Levi Becker will bat. Still nobody out in the 5th inning. Becker with a walk and a single thus far. First pitch down the middle for a strike. Fouled straight back 0-2. What you need here from Weber is a lot of strikes and some quick outs. Get the bats back to work after they scratch that 1 run across in the top half of the 5th inning. Momentum has decidedly shifted back into Fairmont's favor. 0-2 breaking ball, misses inside. Good take by Becker. Next pitch, heater down and in. Again, the winner of this game will play again approximately 6 p.m. here at Riverside Park in Springfield. We will have that broadcast as well on PrepSpotlight.tv. Fouled at the plate. They'll play the winner of the 3 o'clock game, which we will have here next on PrepSpotlight.tv. It features Cold Spring and Bemidji. Weber and Becker battling it out. 2-2, another foul. Gust of wind cooling things off here in the grandstand area. Might be the last nice day of this type in a long while. Fastball just misses inside, the count runs full. Tomorrow's forecast not nearly as good. Hopefully the championship game is played on time and uninterrupted. Starting to feel like fall, that's for sure. There's a drive into center. and crouching is Vega to make the catch. And Becker hit it well, but Weber got the better of him for out number 1.
The pitcher, number 27, Tyler Tennyson.
Here's Tyler Tennyson, who has now pitched long enough to qualify for the win. At the plate, he's 0 for 2 with a grounder to second and a fly to center. First pitch, pounded off the plate. Fair ball pickup by the third baseman, James. And a throw on to first retires Tennyson on 1 pitch. Up next is Ethan Hearn. Hearn 0 for 1.
Second baseman, number 34, Ethan Hearn.
Walked to lead off the second and came around to score on the Becker triple. First pitch, a strike. Weber's next. There's a strike. Painted the inside corner with a fastball 1-2. Weber delivers just low. Had the plate, but not the heights. Bulldogs hoping that Weber can pitch like this for a while. Allow the offense a chance to get back in the ball game. Check swing on a pitch upstairs. It's taken for a ball. Weber's 2-2. Upstairs, count runs full. Adam Schmidt on deck. Payoff pitch coming. Pounded foul. No action in the Martins bullpen. Tennyson now pitching with at least a 4-run lead. Has 12 outs to get. Another 3-2 coming from Weber. Fouled off the front foot of Hearn. Weber takes the sign, locked in a battle with Hearn. Another 3-2 coming. Lined up the middle and into center field. Weber stuck his glove out, but he couldn't slow that one down. A line drive, 2-out single. The fifth will continue for the Martins, bringing Adam Schmidt to the plate.
Now batting, number 31, the right fielder, Adam Schmidt.
Schmidt 0 for 2, grounder to first and a grounder to third for the player manager in right field. Haven't seen a pickoff move from Weber, pitching with a man on for the first time. Swinging strike 1 to Schmidt. Up and away, and the count is even. Inside corner for a strike, 1-2. Weber's been forced to throw more pitches than he'd like here in the fifth inning, but he has been around the zone. Taken upstairs, check swing from Schmidt, 2-2. For the Martins, 3 runs in the second, 2 runs in the fifth, just after the Bulldogs scored their first run in the top half of the inning. Swing and a miss. Schmidt laid on a fastball, and Weber gets the 3 outs needed in the fifth inning. But the Martins score 2 runs off of Zweibaummer and take a 5-1 lead to the 6th. You're watching Prep Spotlight.tv.
For Fairmont.
What's special about high school sports? The passion. The excitement. The memories.
Now a 3 at the buzzer. Good! It's good! DuBois wins it for the Rebels.
It's about impacting your community. Connecting your business to this audience. This is where your customers live, where they shop. This is their circle of life. This is where your business should be. Connect with your best potential customers. This is your invitation. Get in the game.
On to the 6th inning. The Buffalo Bulldogs trailing now 5-1 to the Fairmont Martins. Bulldogs trying to get back in the game. They scored their first run in the 5th inning, but the Martins answered back immediately in the bottom half with a 2-run homer off the bat of John Trado. 4, 5, and 6 in the order due up for the Bulldogs. Renshaw, James, and O'Donnell against Tyler Tennyson. Tennyson, 1 run on 2 hits. The 1 run was unearned, but it was his error that allowed the run to score. First pitch fouled off by Renshaw, 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a comebacker to the mound. Tennyson's pitch, missing outside, 1-1. Foul tip into the mid of the catcher, Cromer, and the count 1-2. Bulldogs got that run across in the 5th on the 2-out RBI triple from Colton Haight, but they left Haight aboard. The second time in 5 innings, they've left a man at third base. Check swing foul, out of play. They also had a man at second, in fact, first and second, with 1 down in the 4th inning, but Cal James mistimed the move of Tennyson and was picked off of second. Good take on a close pitch down and in. 2-2 now the count to Renshaw. Swing and a miss. High fastball got Renshaw. That's strikeout number 3 for Tennyson and out number 1 in the 6th. Up next, Cal James, 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch. And he was the one picked off of second base in the 4th. First pitch, lifted foul, third base side. Over for a look is shown, but he runs out of room just beyond the batting cage.
Third baseman, number 25, Cal James.
That ball skipped into the neighboring skate park. There's a little water park with a water slide here. Wonderful facility in Springfield. Called strike and it's 0-2. Beyond the right field line, there's a softball field. There are tennis courts. Lifted in the air to left. Levi Becker over, a few steps towards the line. Sunglasses on, he makes the catch for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. 3 straight retired since the Haight triple.
Number 9,
We'll bring in J.D. O'Donnell.
J.D. O'Donnell.
O'Donnell has 1 of the 2 Buffalo hits. One out single in the 4th. First pitch swinging, popped up, back of third. Schoen straddling the line, now into foul territory, makes the catch, and it's a 1-2-3, top of the 6th inning for Tyler Tennyson against the Bulldogs. 5.5 complete. Martins up 5-1 on PrepSpotlight.tv.
3 up.
5-1, the Fairmont Martins have the lead over the Buffalo Bulldogs going to the bottom of the 6th inning. You're watching the Minnesota Baseball Association Class C State Amateur Baseball Tournament here on PrepSpotlight.tv. This is Eric Kramer. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. We encourage you to stick with us for the remainder of our games today. Winner of this game will play again at 6 p.m. or thereabouts, and we'll play the winner of our next game, scheduled to start around 3. First pitch lifted foul and out of play off the bat of Blake Cromer. It'll be 9-1-2 for Fairmont against John Weber. 3 o'clock matchup features the Cold Spring Rockies and the Bemidji Blue Ox. Cromer out of the 9 spot is 2 for 2 with a pair of singles and a run scored. He takes upstairs 1-1. In on the hands, rolled back to the mound. Weber off the side slope of the mound, delivers an on-target throw to first for out number 1. It's always the trickiest play for a pitcher.
Number 9, Luke
when
Becker.
You're striding onto an uneven surface, whether you're throwing to second or first. With plenty of time, Weber was able to deliver it about chest high to Brisk. And here's Luke Becker, back at the top of the Fairmont order. Becker delivered perhaps the biggest hit of the ball game, a 2-run triple back in the 2nd that got the Martins on the board. In total, he's 1 for 2. He's also walked and hit into a 6-4-3 double play. Ball 1 misses low. Breaking ball outside corner for a strike. Missing wide, 2-1. Inside, almost hit him in the kneecaps. 3-1 to Luke Becker with Jack Waltich waiting on deck. Weber from the wind. Swing and a miss. Got Becker to chase up and away. Might have been ball 4. Instead, the count runs full. Payoff pitch coming. Becker fights it off foul out of play. Weber takes the sign. Another 3-2. And this one misses low, ball 4. Walk taken by Becker. First free pass issued by Weber.
Number 2, Jack Waltich.
His Y-Bomber walked 3, but all of them came in the first 2 innings. Jack Waltich has not put the ball in play. He's been hit by 2 pitches and struck out looking most recently in the 4th. Steady diet of lefties for him, and he takes inside ball 1. Weber to the plate, and a hit and run pop-up on the left side. Underneath it is the catcher, Haight, and he makes the catch. It was up there high enough to allow Becker to retreat and get back to first. Just about to say we hadn't seen anyone test Weber on the mound in terms of running the bases.
Number 21,
but I don't think that was a straight steal. That appeared to me to be a hit and run. Score that F2 as Waltich is retired. Here's Derek Schoen. 1 for 3 with a run-scoring fielder's choice and a single and a run scored. First pitch outside, ball 1. 1 run on 2 hits for the Bulldogs, 5 runs on 7 hits for the Martins. Fairmont has committed 2 errors, one of which led to the only Bulldog run. 2-0 now. Schoen was at second base. There goes Becker. Throw down to second, not in time, and it skips into center. Out of the slide, Becker will try for third, but now the umpires blow the play dead. And they say that he is out, perhaps on interference by the batter. And I think that's what was called. Schoen having a conversation with the home plate umpire. And Schoen got in the way of the Haight throw. That is out number 3. Unless the call is overturned, we'll send it to break, expecting to come back for the 7th. A 5-1 Martins lead on PrepSpotlight.tv. On to the 7th inning at Springfield, Minnesota. A 5-1 lead for the Martins of Fairmont over the Buffalo Bulldogs. We are in the final 8 teams of the Class C state tournament. The winner of this game will play the winner of our next game. It'll be Cold Spring and Bemidji. 9 outs to get for Tyler Tennyson, who has allowed only an unearned run on 2 hits through his first 6 frames. He looks as sharp now as he did in the first. In fact, even sharper as he had some command issues in the first couple innings. Bottom third of the Bulldogs order due up against the righty. Hansen, Brisk, and Christensen. Ethan Hansen, 0 for 1, with a walk and a stolen base in the second. He got as far as third base before he was stranded.
Number 47.
First pitch was a strike to the right-handed hitting DH.
Hansen. Score update from Milroy. St. Patrick leads 2-1 in the middle of the 8th.
You might have heard over public address. St. Patrick leads Bluffton 2-1 in the 8th inning over in Milroy. Here's a grounder to first. Pitcher covering. Tennyson scampers over and beats Hansen to the bag for out number 1. Up next, Kai Brisk, the first baseman. Brisk 0 for 2. He reached on an error by the shortstop Becker to lead off the 5th inning and was pinch run for.
First baseman, number 22, Kai Brisk.
Brisk re-entered the game to play first base, and here he is taking his 3rd turn at bat. First pitch a strike. If St. Patrick hangs on to win that game in Milroy, they'll face the winner of the 3 p.m. game, Bird Island against Young America. Here's a high fly into shallow left center. Waltich coming in, he makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down. And now 6 straight retired for Tennyson after the RBI triple from Haight back in the 5th.
Brings up the shortstop, number 17, Noah Christensen.
Noah Christensen will bat at the bottom of the Bulldogs order. He's 0 for 2, grounded into a double play to second base his first time up. Missing outside. Ball 1. Tennyson's pitch, missing down and in 2-0. Belt high in the outside corner, check swing for a strike. Now 2-1. No action in the Fairmont bullpen. There's a liner into left center field. That's down for a hit. Picked up in the gap by Becker. He gets it back in. Christensen content with a 2-out single. Just the 3rd hit of the ball game for the Bulldogs. Lineup turns over for Ramon Vega Jr.
Number 2, the center fielder, Ramon Vega Jr.
Vega hitless, but he has reached base a pair of times. In the 1st, he was hit by a pitch. In the 3rd, he struck out. And in the 5th, with 2 down, he had a comebacker to the mound. Tennyson bobbled it. Couldn't make the play. Vega reached and extended the inning for Haight, who promptly hit an RBI single. RBI triple, excuse me. The only run-scoring hit of the ballgame for the Bulldogs. First pitch fouled back. Christensen, good speed at first, and right on cue, he's checked back. Tennyson delivers, lifted in the air to right field. Wind pushing it out towards Schmidt. Fighting the sun and the wind. He has to reach back, but he makes the catch. That does it for the Bulldogs in the 7th inning. 2-out single is left aboard, and it's stretch time in Springfield. Martins up 5-1 on Prep Spotlight on TV.
No runs on 1 hit.
What's special about high school sports? The passion. The excitement. The memories.
Down on 3 at the buzzer. Good! It's good! DuBois wins it for the Rebels.
It's about impacting your community. Connecting your business to this audience. This is where your customers live, where they shop. This is their circle of life. This is where your business should be. Connect with your best potential customers. This is your invitation. Get in the game.
Hope you had time to stretch wherever you're tuning into this broadcast. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Fairmont Martins with a 5-1 lead over the Buffalo Bulldogs. Winner moving on, the loser going home as we reach the quarterfinals of the Class C state baseball tournament. Martins will send up the heart of their order, 3, 4, and 5, looking to extend what is already a pretty comfortable lead the way that Tyler Tennyson is pitching. Derek Schoen leads things off and takes a strike. Schoen was at the plate when Luke Becker thought he had second base stolen. Beg your pardon, we got a John Trato here. Trato lifts foul.
First baseman, number 10, John Trato.
So Schoen lost his at-bat when he committed batter's interference. I don't believe that was a 2-strike count. But Trato, with a 2-run homer his last time up, pulled down the right field line. He's 1 for 3 in total. Fouled straight back. That's a pitch up that Trado would love to see again. Trado, the last man that Weber has not seen. He came on in relief of Tyler Zweibacher after the 2-run homer was allowed. Single and a walk for the lefty, and 8 batters faced. Up and away, 1-2. No stirring in the Fairmont pen. It's Tennyson's game, as long as he continues to pitch effectively. Off the very end of the bat, Trado keeps the at-bat alive. Popped up behind home plate. Back for a look is Haight, but it's off the backstop netting. Backstop netting is angled just a bit towards the grandstand. Allows a little bit more airflow into a open contemporary seating area. Weber takes the sign, 1-2 to Trado. Into shallow center field, routine for Vega, and he makes the catch at number 1. Up next is Levi Becker. 1 for 2 with a walk and a single
17,
for the left fielder.
Becker.
Martins have had a man on in every inning. They only batted 3 in the 4th and 3 true at-bats in the 6th inning, thanks to some outs on the base paths. But between Zweibacher and Weber, they've kept the Buffalo pitchers in the stretch pretty consistently. 1-0 the count to Becker. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Weber deals. Up and away. 2-1 the count. Wind kind of swirling now. Last gust felt like it came in from left field. Foul to the plate, 2-2. Martins with a 3-run second, highlighted by Luke Becker's 2-run triple. Added 2 more in the 5th on the 2-run homer from Trado. It's been more than enough, with Tennyson pitching a gem on the mound. Fouled off the front foot. Count remains 2-2 to Becker. Upstairs, count runs full. Looks like someone's down in the Buffalo bullpen. Weber, 3-2. Swing and a miss. High fastball got him. Becker frustrated as he walks back to the dugout. 2 up, 2 down. That'll leave it to Tyler Tennyson.
The pitcher, number 27, Tyler Tennyson.
Second strikeout for Weber. Tennyson at the plate is 0 for 3. He and Adam Schmidt, the only 2 in the starting 9 who have not reached base, but Tennyson has more than made up for it with his performance on the mound. He takes ball 1. The Weber pitch. Hot ground ball to third. To a knee, James Fields throws across, and it's a 1-2-3, 7th inning for John Weber. On to the 8th. Buffalo in need of a rally. They trail Fairmont 5-1. You're watching Prep Spotlight.tv.
We're heading to the 8th. Fairmont leads. Another thing, thank you so much to all the
Hey
volunteers
fans,
here
last
today.
summer's Emmy-nominated
We could not do
documentary
this
Town
without
Ball
them,
Uniquely
and,
Minnesota
it's so
is
fun
now
to
available
see
on
all the
Amazon
people and all the
Prime.
stuff that,
Watch all 8 episodes and
everyone's
learn
getting
about
done.
the
So
more than
we appreciate
100-year
you, and of course,
history
fans, we
of
appreciate
amateur
you
baseball
too.
in Minnesota.
You're
That's
a
Town
big
Ball
part of
Uniquely
this.
Minnesota,
Thanks for coming out.
available now on Amazon Prime Video. On to the 8th in Springfield, 5-1 Fairmont over Buffalo. 6 outs to get. Tyler Tennyson, to this point, has been sharp and looks capable of getting those final 6 outs. He's on the mound, having pitched 7 innings, allowing only an unearned run on 3 hits. He will face 2, 3, and 4 in the Bulldogs order in inning number 8.
Number 18, Colton Haight.
Colton Haight delivered the only run-scoring hit against him. A 2-out RBI triple down the right field line back in the 5th that came a batter after Tennyson himself made an error to allow the inning to continue. First pitch is a strike to the right-handed hitting catcher. Haight 1 for 3 in total on the day. He also reached on a fielder's choice in the first and stole second before being stranded there. The 0-1, missing wide. A ball and a strike. Tennyson has not been getting too many swings and misses. In fact, only 3 strikeouts through the first 7 innings. He's hit 2, make that 3, and walked 1. That's been the only real flaw in his outing. A couple of free base runners who were put on by hit-by pitches.
Second baseman, number 1, Jake Dusky.
Scratch that, that's number 4. He hit both Vega and Dusky in the first, and James in the 4th. Now Haight to lead off the 8th. Here's Dusky 0 for 2. Check swing and a fastball upstairs. Bulldogs fans have been looking for something to cheer for all afternoon, and with only 6 outs to work with, they need to find a way to scramble for 4 runs. Here's a high fly into center. A little bit too much hang time. If Waltich sees it, he'll catch it. Shielding his eyes from the sun, he does make the catch for out number 1. That'll bring in Brett Renshaw.
Right
0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts.
Brett Renshaw.
Only time Renshaw put the ball in play, it was a comebacker to the mound. Tennyson fielded that one. First pitch, low and away, ball 1. Swing and a miss over the top of the breaking ball down. Bulldogs have now had the leadoff runner on in 3 innings. First 2 tries, they didn't even get the man to second base. 1-2 now the count. One, 2. High fly, shallow left side. In fact, it's the shortstop Becker coming in to make the catch on the infield dirt. 2 down. That'll leave it to Cal James.
Brings up the third baseman, number 25, Cal James.
You have to wonder how the Bulldogs' approach would be different if they hadn't fallen behind 3-0 in the second inning. When you're behind by that crooked number early, it changes the way you try and come back and manufacture runs. First pitch fouled straight back. Would have been headed our way if not for the netting. Bulldogs have just 3 hits. All of them came in separate innings. Granted a leadoff base runner with the hit by pitch of Haight here in the 8th. 2 pop outs have followed. The 1-1. Check swing. On appeal, he went. Yeah, a late ask, but from up here, it sure looked like the bat barrel went around. 2-man umpiring crew. Sometimes that's a difficult call to make, but it looked like the right call. 1-2 now to Cal James. Missing outside, 2-2. Tennyson's pitch, chopped foul. Stiff breeze really blowing the concessions around up here in the grandstand. Thankfully, we're able to stay online. Here's a high fly into right center field. Waltich, the center fielder. Underneath it, he makes the catch. 3 outfield flies. The hit batsman is left at first. 8 brilliant innings for Tyler Tennyson. And we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Martins on top, 5-1.
That last update here in the bottom of the 9th.
St. Patrick
Leading
leading
on
2-1 going to the bottom of the 9th inning over Bluffton. That game being played in Milroy. So if St. Patrick can hold on, by the end of this game, we will have half of the semifinal bracket taken care of. First pitch inside corner for a strike to Ethan Hearn. 1 for 2 with a walk and a single. He scored a run back in the second on the Becker triple. Weber's pitch, swing and a miss. Chased upstairs, and the count is 0-2. Weber has fanned 2 in his outing. Breaking ball misses inside. Hearn gets his feet out of the way. Weber back with a 1-2 pitch. Just missed. Looked like he almost hit the target. Just a bit low and away. 2-2. Breaking ball misses badly. Misfire out of the hand of Weber, and the count runs full. Adam Schmidt waits on deck. In the top of the 9th inning for Buffalo, they will have 6, 7, and 8 in their order. They'll need the heart of the order to come back around to score 4 more runs. Here's a foul pop, first base side. Fighting the wind, Brisk makes the catch for the first out. Up next is Adam Schmidt, 0 for 3.
Right fielder, number 31, Adam Schmidt. It's a final now for Milroy. St. Patrick over Bluffton, 2-1. St. Patrick's in the Final Four.
St. Patrick defeated Bluffton 2-1. So they'll be playing the 6 o'clock game in Milroy. Here's a high fly in the air to left. O'Donnell, a few steps in, makes the catch, 2 down. St. Patrick will play the winner of the Bird Island Young America game.
The catcher, number 4, Blake Cromer.
If Fairmont hangs on to win this one, they'll play the winner of the Cold Spring Bemidji game. All of these games available on PrepSpotlight.tv. First pitch swinging, fly ball down the right field line. Long run over for Renshaw, and almost overran it, but made the catch in foul territory. It popped out of his glove, but falling to the ground, he was able to barehand it and keep it from hitting the turf. Nice play by Renshaw in right field to end the 8th inning.
For Fairmont in the bottom of the 8th.
We head to the 9th. Fairmont Martins 3 outs away from moving on to the Final Four. You're watching PrepSpotlight.tv.
Fans, remember the completion of this ball game.
We head to the top of the 9th inning. Fairmont Martins leading the Buffalo Bulldogs by a score of 5-1. They are 3 outs away from a victory and advancement in the Class C state tournament.
Fielder, number 9, J.D. O'Donnell.
Tyler Tennyson has been pitching brilliantly. You always wonder when you get deeper into the pitching staffs in the later stages of this tournament what you're going to get, but Tennyson has answered the call. 8 innings, only 1 unearned run, with 3 hits allowed, all in separate frames. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Buffalo Bulldogs, beginning with J.D. O'Donnell, who has one of those 3 hits, a single back in the 4th. A ball, now a foul tip for a strike. The count is 1-1. Tennyson has struck out just 3 batters. Here's a high fly in the air to left center. And it's the left fielder Becker calling and catching for out number 1.
Number 47, the designated hitter, Ethan Hansen.
Ethan Hansen drew a walk in the 2nd, since then 0 for 2. Grounder to short and a grounder to first. That's the only walk that Tennyson has allowed, though he has hit 4 batters. First pitch, slung over the outside corner for a strike. If you are watching this with an interest in Fairmont, you should stick around. At 3 o'clock or thereabouts, we're going to have the next game. Cold Spring and Bemidji, with the winner playing the winner of this game at 6 o'clock tonight. Slow roller to second. Hearn fields, throws, 2 down. And the Bulldogs are down to their final out. It's going to be Kai Brisk batting.
Now batting.
0 for 3. He reached on an error back in the 5th.
Kai Brisk.
Fairmont won a tight one over Waconia, then toppled the defending state champion Jordan Brewers on Saturday. A win here in convincing fashion would give them a full head of steam heading into the semifinals tonight. The 0-1. Grounded to third, fielded by Schoen. Sets and throws, and that's it. Tyler Tennyson pitches a complete game 3-hitter. Just a 1 unearned run in a 5-1 Martins victory over the Buffalo Bulldogs. Fairmont moves on to the Final Four later tonight here in Springfield.
against the winner of our next ball game, Cold Spring and Bemidji.
Totals on the board are correct.
One
1 run on 3 hits for the Buffalo Bulldogs. Fairmont Martins, 5 runs on 7 hits. They committed 2 errors. A good game for both teams and a good season for the Buffalo Bulldogs. But the Fairmont Martins are the ones that are moving on to play in the semifinals later tonight. We've got more baseball for you here from Springfield in the Class C state tournament. This is Eric Kramer signing off for now, but come back at 3 o'clock for our next quarterfinal matchup between Cold Spring and Bemidji. This has been a presentation of Prep Spotlight on TV.
The 2020 Class C Minnesota Amateur Baseball Tournament is brought to you in partnership with the Minnesota Baseball Association and presented to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 is the hub for all things sports with the Xfinity Sports Zone. And Wings Financial. We're for people like you.